Hey, all, and welcome to this week's episode of the Mike Muldoon podcast. I don't know. Today, just this one was kind of inspired. The other night, I was sitting on a couch, taking a rare break. Lately, I've been just really busy, and I was drinking water, and I just started thinking about like something I remember Earl Nightingale talking about, how the things that we get the most for free are the things we tend to put the least value behind. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about this glass of water. And I was thinking, for most people, not all, but for most people, water is readily available. And yet, we spend so much time, spending money on expensive coffees or expensive drinks or sodas or anything else besides, taking in water, which happens to be one of the most valuable things we can give to our body, right? In a world where we, often find ourselves, more so chasing after material wealth and possessions, we just tend to overlook the abundant treasures that are, freely available to us. So today I just wanted to explore, invaluable gifts that, are given freely. Again, not so much like water or like even the air we breathe. We take that for granted, but we need it. Water and air, we need it to breathe. But some of the things I've touched on a little bit in the past, but are more important to really take into 2024, but like things like thought and imagination, reflecting on the way these things that we have, how they're so essential to our lives and sort of shaping our lives, but they're often taken for granted despite the profound impact that they can have on our lives. But again, this isn't about water. Water was just kind of inspired this conversation. But more so, I want to talk about our thoughts. You often hear about your thoughts create your reality. But again, our thoughts are free. Our ability to think is free. There's no price on that. You don't have to sit around. Nobody says, okay, you got to pay $19.99, a month, some sort of subscription base to have a thought. Anybody can think, anybody can use their thoughts, and our thoughts do shape our reality. We often, take them for granted. I love Earl Nightingale, and if you listen to my podcast, I like talking about it, but, he stressed the power of our thoughts in determining our success and our happiness. The freedom to think, dream, and create is a priceless gift that it comes without a price tag. However, again, in a world dominated by external distractions, we often fail to recognize the potential within our own minds. We fail to take a moment each day to just acknowledge and guide our thoughts that can lead us to a more fulfilling and purposeful life. So often people they just get caught up in their own thoughts or don't even think they have any control of them. They find themselves just spiraling down a rabbit hole into a world of negativity or, just bad thoughts, and that then spiral out of, into bad emotions and terrible actions and results, as I've often talked about in the past, right? We got tears. We all go through a stage of tears. We have a thought that leads to an emotion leads to an action leads to a result, right? So if you have really bad thoughts and you're not controlling your thoughts, you're going to have really poor emotions. You're going to make really bad decisions in your actions. And of course, the results aren't going to be positive in your life. So again, but thinking is free. Anybody can do it. Right now, you're probably thinking, wow, I like this podcast or I don't like this podcast. I don't know, but the thing is, our thoughts, and they're so important, and it's free. The ability to think is free. We get to think for ourselves, but it's important to make sure that the thoughts that we're having are the right thoughts that drive us forward, that lift us up. Don't send us spiraling down. And then, of course, from that, we've got imagination. It's another free thing. Imagination can take us anywhere. It's the driving force behind innovation and progress. It's, the realm of where ideas are born and possibilities are limitless. Yet our own quest for practicality and routine, we often neglect the imaginative capacity that lies within us. We should encourage ourselves to tap into our creative potential, reminding us that imagination is a wellspring of solutions and breakthroughs. Instead of stifling creativity, we should embrace and nurture it, recognizing the transformative power that it holds. Instead of burying it, in front of the television, or, burying it doing mindless activities like scrolling through social media, or just, just wasting time going down a rabbit hole in some sort of Reddit forum or something like that. See, the thing is, again, thought, imagination, two things that can really propel your life, but are often wasted because we don't have to pay for them. See, the thing is, we have this. I talk about it probably in the first podcast every day. We have this psychological, I don't know if I'm saying this right, maybe adverse reaction to things like, it's like if somebody offers you something for free, you see no value in it. But if somebody comes up to you and says, well, it's going to cost us this much money, well, if it's got to cost something, it's got to have value behind it. But that's not necessarily the case. Thought, imagination, all this stuff that can shape your lives, it's free. Again, you don't pay a subscription basis to it. Nobody says, hey, look, how much imagination do you want this month? It's not like a gigabyte. You get to have it. It's yours for free. And again, your thoughts and your imaginations, this is what really can dictate the direction of your lives. So look, in the pursuit of any happiness or success you're trying to have in your life, don't overlook the abundance that surrounds us in the forms of these free gifts. Don't take for granted, the ability to think for yourself, the ability to shape your own reality and the imagination that can fuel your innovations or your decisions or just give you dreams and directions to move towards, Cultivate gratitude for these intangible riches, right? Because these are the things, even though they're free, they can lead you to more fulfilling and purposeful lives than anything you're going to find just staring down the rabbit hole on the internet. Don't take them for granted. Just like water, just like air, we're lucky we have it. But if you're just having a tough time right now in your life, I always say, go back to your thoughts. What are you thinking about? Are you positive? What's sending you down a spot? Can you control what you're thinking about? See, a lot of times people don't understand that, there is a thought behind the thought. There is somebody controlling it, and it is you. If you change your thoughts, you'll change your emotions, you'll change your emotions, you'll change your actions, you get better results. Especially going to the new year, it's January. How many people got those fitness goals right now, right? Well, if your thoughts are, I'm tired, your emotions are going to be, your actions are going to be like, I'm not going to the gym. The results are nothing changed. But if your thoughts like, this is exciting, or you hooked on to something, your emotions are, yeah, let's do it. Your actions might be, I'm not ready to go, but I'm going. Your results are they're going to so change. You're going to have that change. And imagination. We're never too young to imagine. Never give up on imagination. Never give up on the pursuit of just dreaming. If you can dream it, then you can move towards it. But don't give up for 2024. Again, let's not take for granted these gifts that are given to us from birth. The ability to think and the ability to imagine, because these are the two most powerful things in our lives that can really propel us to new heights. All right, that's all I got for you today. I, once again, always appreciate you listening to my podcast. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out. If you can, leave a review on the podcast, whether you like it or not, that's great. It always helps out. And other than that, as always, I got nothing but love for you.